Welcome everyone and welcome back. Thank you guys for being here and thank you guys for being back. Now we are going to play some Classic Era. And we are going to have a chill time. Mailbox. What is in the mailbox? We have mail from humans. Maybe it's stuff that we can disenchant. I think that it is. That looks like a bunch of stuff that we can disenchant. Maybe some stuff we can wear. Wolfstrom, thank you so much for that, buddy. I appreciate it. And then some stuff from CNET that we can go ahead and disenchant. And Kudakaro, thank you so much for the 5 gold, buddy. Much appreciated, guys. Thank you so much. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at the gear, and if anything is good to wear, we'll wear it. If not, we'll disenchant. I like the 4 spirit and the 3 stamina more than the 6 spirit. Let's go ahead and go with this. Style counts, style matters. So let's see what they both look like. They both look the same. Okay, then we're gonna take the spirit stam. We got some gloves, 2 int, 2 stamina, huge upgrade there as well. Let's put those on. Soft Observer, thank you so much for the super chat, buddy, and thanks for being here and hanging out with us today. I appreciate that. Some mail stuff we can disenchant. Leather, mail, a sword. Boots. Okay, so it looks like we're gonna go ahead and DE everything else. It's so much easier just to keybind the disenchant button than it is to click disenchant, then come up and have to click the piece of armor in the inventory. I'm sure most of you guys already knew that, but I found myself like clicking. It's like, it just makes sense to keybind it. And then you just fix the keybind once you're done. I should equip this. And not DE that. There we go. Alright, so since we just did all of that, let's look at our enchanting. We can do 14 minor deflect. You know, I could do 26 though. We're not really guaranteed a skill up, but it's almost a guarantee. Or I just take the 14 guaranteed skill ups. This is Strange Dust, and then up here we're using Lesser Magic Essence and Strange Dust. Let's make these first. Or how about we make these until it goes green? And let's just see if we get consistent skill ups or not with it. If we're not getting skill ups, we won't keep doing it. Tao and Amy, welcome back. Thanks for rejoining me. You got here just in time for the most exciting part of the stream. Profession leveling. I will say clicking these buttons over and over again already feels more satisfying than anything I did in Cataclysm today. Just clicking these two buttons again and again and again and watching a number go up is already more satisfying than anything else I got done today in the games. So yeah, that's a feeling. Martin, welcome back. Maybe we'll hit 20. We're 16. That would be a lot of levels. I know it doesn't seem like it, but in Classic Era, that would be quite a feat. We will see, because I am going to spend the first little bit here working on my professions, and that's going to take a little bit of time, but it's going to be worth it. Guitar Junkie, welcome back, buddy. Watching me enchant feels more satisfying. Yeah, it's weird that I can do multiple quests and I just like, man, it doesn't feel good even when I get them done. But I can come click a button and watch a number go up and I'm like, yeah, this feels meaningful. This feels worth it. I like it. I'm gonna keep clicking the button. Maybe I'm just in a mood, you know? Maybe I do need to focus on Classic Era, though. Until the pre-patch comes out, maybe that's a real thing. I don't know at this point. Oh man, I should be down here. Working on these 14 skill ups. Yeah, maybe that's what it is. Like, maybe I'm just bored, you know? Like, maybe I'm not even... Maybe it's not that I'm burned out or anything, but if I am burned out, maybe I'm burned out because I'm just bored. I'm not really, like, I'm not really engaged. I have my shaman waiting for mop, you know? Like, I'm looking forward to playing the shaman. I'm looking forward to seeing the mop zones. I'm looking forward to seeing the raids. I'm like, maybe I should just, like, look forward to the stuff that I'm looking forward to. And stop trying to engage with the stuff that I really am not having a fun time with. Because, you know, we got work to do in the Anniversary Realms. I mean, we have time, but we have lots of work to do, and it's going to feel much better to do this work than to be in Cata leveling up another character and just, like, grinding the content that I just, like, I so blatantly don't like the content. It's almost not fair for me to stream it for you guys. Because I feel like all I do is talk about how I hate the zones, how I hate the questing, and it's like a huge downer. And if it's a downer for me, it's definitely a downer for you guys. So I almost don't want to stream it anymore until we're in the pre-patch. That's kind of where I'm at. And then if I get bored of the mage and I need a palette cleanser from the mage, we'll just roll something else. And then we'll jump between the mage and that class. And then we'll just, you know, we'll just do that. Like, maybe I don't need to play Cata right now. And maybe I shouldn't. Because we played a bunch of Cata. We got our main sorted out. And the shaman's actually in pretty good gear to go into mop and, like, kick ass. And I think maybe I should just be happy with that. I have some gold, you know? I got a few characters, a few thousand gold to go into the expansion. The shaman has leather working maxed out, so we'll be able to at least skin stuff. So maybe I should just take the wins that I have and walk away for now. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, and again, yeah, I never played mop, like, at endgame I never played. I leveled the panda once, like, I leveled through the zones, you know, like, that was it. I leveled through the zones, I started doing heroics, and then I just completely burned out before I got to see any raids. And any patch content, like whatever patch content they put in, I never got to see patch content either. I never got to have a farm, you know, people talk about the farm. I never had a farm. I'm looking forward to my panda farm because I didn't get to have it the first time around. I came back at the very tail end of mop and I got to see a little bit of the island. The little, like, exploration island, what was it called? And I saw, like, a little bit of that before WoD came out. And that was it. Please have the monk be called Ramble Panda. Oh man, Martin, you should have DM'd me that, man. You should have DM'd me that. You can't put that in chat because now I gotta go right now and I gotta go try to get that name. I'm gonna try to save that name. I don't know if I'll use it, but yeah, you put that in chat, man. Someone's gonna go steal that. And now I have to log into Cataclysm right now and see if I can create Ramble Panda and Panda Ramble. I need it both ways. I need to save the names. Oh god, stressful. Come on, Cataclysm, load up. Can I run Cataclysm and Era at the same time in different tabs? Because I'm about to find out. You can't put anything that's cool or secret into chat, because once it's in chat, it's out in the world. You don't put passwords in chat, and you don't put cool-ass names in chat. Okay, I need an alliance person named Ramble Panda. Boom, done. Okay, I need another alliance person, and your name is Panda Ramble. Boom, done. Okay. Okay, I got him. Nobody panic, I got him. Oh, ouch, okay. Let me get the sound under control for you guys. There we go, we're back to a normal universe. Everything's fine, nothing happened. Whew, Ramble Foo, oh my god, stop it. You guys gotta stop. If there's any more names, put them in there now, because I can't keep logging in and out. I can't keep logging it out. If you got any names, speak now or forever hold your names. Speak now or go grab the names yourself. Yeah, the game does not like me trying to log into Cataclysm. Alright, we have to play this character. Okay, hold on. Yeah, there we go. Okay, we have... Oh, there we go. No, we're going in. We're going in for Ramble Foo. Last one though. Last one though. I think I have like 7 instances of Kata running right now. There we go. There we go. Okay. Alright, there we go. I promise that the most annoying part of the stream is now over. I apologize to all those negatively impacted by the 17 instances of Kata running at the same time. I can and will do better for you, chat. I can and will be better for you. In the future. Right now, I'm going to resume normal operations. I do want to work on the professions, so let's... Now that we did all that, we had a little aside. Let's finish up what we were doing. And let's get our last 2 skill ups here on Bracers Minor Stamina 2. Are the panda farms similar to the bases in WoD? I don't think so. I don't think they're all like garrisons. I could be wrong, because again, I never really got to experience them. But people tend to speak favorably of the farms, and I've never heard anyone speak super favorably of the little bases in WoD. Not, you've made me forget the name now. Garrisons. No one speaks favorably about the garrisons. Not that I've heard anyway. Alright, we need to go north. I think we're going to go north. We need to make a stop at the farm over here for a book upstairs. We need to scout the dead fields. Besides that, we're going to be killing spiders and bears, and we have to watch out for Sons of Aragol, who will kill us very, very quickly. Is there no hide cloak in Cataclysm? There is. We found out that there is, actually. Yeah, go into options and search cloak. And yeah, you can hide your cloak and helmet in Kata. I thought that you had to transmog it by Kata, but apparently that's just a retail thing. Okay. Let's approach carefully here. Did I make food and water? Yes, I did, because I am trying to be a good mage. So I made food and water, and I buffed us at some point. So I am super on top of things, as I always am. We could eat some buff food, mainly so I can eventually get this out of my inventory. An authentic mage would have forgotten. Exactly, exactly. This character was given gold and gifts, so this character is no longer authentic. We all know that. There's no reason to deny it. As a streamer, once you accept a gift from somebody, the character is like invalidated. It's just not authentic anymore. That is how it works. Should we have a quest for these guys? Oh, no, no, no. You know what we should do? We should prioritize this. I think if we do this, we're going to get a follow-up quest that should be another kill quest for these werewolves. So maybe we don't go north yet. Maybe we have to go out to this farm. We can kill the bear because we need bear parts. I also, I worked on first aid a little bit before the stream started, so I was able to level up first aid a little bit. I made some more bolts, so whenever we go back to Undercity, we need to train the next rank, and we need to work on tailoring a little bit. Got some potential skill ups there. Too bad I don't have Living Bomb. I'm having flashbacks to the Season of Discovery Mage. No, I don't think Living Bomb was put in the game in Wrath of the Lich King? Pretty sure. We might lack Living Bomb, but let me tell you this. We have amazing wand skills. And our skills with the wand definitely make up for it. What do we have going on up here? I see 3 enemies. I don't know if I can avoid aggroing them. I'll freeze them and I'll sheep. Can I sheep these guys? Yeah, they're humanoid. I can sheep them if I have to. I should probably just like maybe plan to sheep this guy. Okay, this is a weird angle, but I think it's going to be fine. Not a great camera angle though. Alright, we somehow aggravated this guy. I didn't really intend to aggravate him, but he got aggravated anyway. Got a big resist there. We don't need that. Another resist. Okay, other guy's loose. Sheep is broken. Yeah, I think we're okay. Yeah, we're good. They're pretty weak. They're level 10 and 11, so... ultimately not really a big threat. Seeing that you just got back from work, yeah, man, we got off the pally. I think I'm gonna stick with classic era. I think, or anniversary realms rather, until pre-patch comes out at least. Cause yeah, I'm just not finding anything I'm doing in Cataclysm really fulfilling or meaningful right now. I think it's because I got my main already. You know, I'm just looking forward to the shaman, and I don't think I'm gonna have any more fun in Cataclysm until I'm in pre-patch. You know, the systems have changed. We can play a monk, something new, something different, like a reason to play. Like right now, I just don't have a good reason to play, and so because of that, I'm just not having any fun with it. And I got a lot of anniversary to play and catch up on. So, you know, if I hit a slump with the mage, we'll just roll up a different character until we unslump, and then we'll bounce back and forth. But I don't think I'm gonna jump back into Kata until it's mop. Is it June 2nd or July 2nd or July 3rd, whenever it is? I think it's July 2nd. Yeah, you're in the same spot. Yeah, like if I'm gonna play, I'd much rather put my time in the anniversary realms right now. Just feel like, you know, I'm working towards stuff that's gonna benefit me later. I'm having a journey where like my inputs feel like they matter. Yep. Seeing that he's probably talking about when you drowned like 3 times the other day. I don't know if you drowned, but you kept talking about how you were shocked at how short the breath meter was in Classic Era. It's July 1 for North America. I mean, is it July 1 for North America, or is it July 1 for everybody, but technically it's probably going to be July 2 for people in the EU because it'll be midnight? Is that the deal? Yeah, so I mean, it'll be 6 p.m. where I'm at, and I probably won't play a lot on that night, you know. I typically don't play a lot opening night. I like to get on and play a little bit. But yeah, I typically only play for a couple hours, and then we just start up at our normal time of the next day. Like, I am not a person who feels like they need to pump, like, opening night on anything, especially when it's an opening night of pre-patch. We'll just start our monk, we'll play for a couple hours, and have a good time. It'll be late, yeah, it'll be late for a lot of people, so... Alright, yeah, I don't need to come to this area. Let's just head back, I guess. Let's head back and turn this one in. Renee, thanks for stopping by the stream. I appreciate it. Thank you. Hope you have a good one too. Yeah, technically, I mean, I have the Rogue on Alliance side that I'm playing in the recorded series. And ultimately, like, I just don't know what I'm going to do for TBC. I think for now, I'm just going to play both factions. And when we get closer to TBC, when we actually, like, know when pre-patch is going to be and stuff, then maybe I'll make a choice. And hopefully by then, I'll have at least 160 on both Alliance and Horde. If not multiple 60s, depending on how much fun we have in MoP, or how much fun we don't have in MoP, I guess. Here we go, 6 Glutton Shackles and 3 Dark Soul Shackles. That's the one I was waiting for. Let's go ahead and maybe take a look at dumping some of our inventory.
Be quick about your business.
CNET, true. But if it became my main, then in TBC I'd be streaming with it. Like whichever character becomes the main, that's going to be the character that I stream on. And that was kind of what I meant. Or what I was thinking, rather. Alright, anything else? Light feathers I need for slow fall. The bear meat? I don't think I have a recipe for that. Stringy wolf meat we have recipes for. Here we go. Let's just, let's make those really fast. It's like 15 easy skill ups. We're doing a panda monk. Yeah, we're gonna do a female panda monk to drive people insane. I want to make all the trolls out themselves. So I'm going to do a female panda monk. Named Ramble Foo. Or Panda Rambles. Or Rambles Panda. Yeah, it's going to be one of those things. Just because I know people will really enjoy that. I like the pandas. I have nothing, you know, and the panda model is going to be the highest fidelity model that exists in the game. It's going to be the best looking character model in the game with the best looking animations and the best physics. Because in WoW especially, new is always better. You know, that's why for a long time Blood Elves were the best. It's just because it's a newer character model. It's got more pixels. It's got like better, like everything's better. Animations, like graphics, physics, it's all going to be better. Okay, now that we got that other quest, let's go north and we'll fight the Moon Rage, we'll fight the bears, we'll go after spiders. Wolfstorm, good evening, buddy. Thanks for the stuff that you sent to log in the mail. I appreciate that. And thanks for hanging out with us. That may be an issue. Possibly an issue. Let's see if we can deal with it. Is the powers below quest in Darkshore worth grinding for? Which one is that? Oh, is that the one where you're trying to get the item to drop off of the mobs in the south? Like, and it has like a 1% chance to drop? Is that the quest? Because the answer to that is no, probably not. I've never gotten that item if that's the one you're talking about. Yeah, I've never gotten it to drop. We've made, like, not... I guess we've made some half-hearted efforts. Like, I once stayed in the area and farmed for a while. For what I felt was like a decent amount of time to grind for a quest drop item. And we never got it, so... It's like, probably one of the few quests that I've never even seen the quest. I've never been able to, like, get the quest and read the quest text. It's just, like, it's like a 1% drop. I don't know. JP, you got it for the first time ever a few weeks ago. Wow. You've gotten it before, but it takes forever. Yeah, like, forever must be, like, a really long time. And so, like, I don't know. I guess it depends. If you're at a good level where you can, like, fight the guys there and you can get some good kill XP, but they're not too hard to fight, then, you know, you can grind for it for a bit. That's how I thought about it. I was like, let's just do some XP grinding. And if we do some XP grinding here for a while and we get the item, awesome. And if not, then we've done some XP grinding, we can sell some loot, make some gold. Wolfstrom, thank you for the membership, man. I appreciate everything. Thank you. It's one of the great things about Classic Era. It's worth it to grind on mobs. It's always worth it. As long as they can give, like, decent kill XP and you can kill them pretty quick. Typically, always worth your time investment. JP, that's really lucky, man. You got it while doing that escort quest for the Dryad lady. Wow. That's incredible luck. That's the best way to get it. I feel like most people who ever do that quest, like, that's how they get the quest. They just get it randomly. And they're like, oh look, a quest item, that's cool. Not knowing that out there somewhere is somebody who's ground for like 3 hours and they still haven't got the item to drop. Tywin, is it? I didn't notice. I'm oblivious to most things. Listen, I didn't design the outfit. Blizzard did, so if you have a problem with the amount of side boob, I would definitely recommend you send Blizzard a nasty email and explaining to them how offended you are. I'll sign it for you, you know, but you're gonna have to type it up. You're gonna have to send it. We need 2 more Glutton Shackles and basically all of our Dark Soul Shackles. I would like to get this one done before we move into the area with the bears and the spiders. So maybe we'll just hang out here on the coast and run up and down for a bit. What's the playtime on the character? A lot for level 16. Let's see, we're level 16 and our slash played is 12 hours and 36 minutes. 12 hours and 36 minutes. That's more than an hour a level on average. I have been leveling this character very slowly. And so, yeah. But it's been good. We've been working on professions. And I've been having a good time. But this is probably the slowest I have leveled a vanilla character. Yeah. This one's slow. Like typically we can average like a level an hour until like the level 20s. Not that each level takes an hour, the early ones don't, and some of the later ones take more, but you can typically average an hour a level until the level 20s. But on this character we have not done that. And that is okay. It's been a long time since I played Horde side. So a lot of it is also just reacclimating to the quest chains. Trying to remember some of the quest chains. Amy, thanks for letting me know. Yeah. If he's still on the Xbox, he probably won't. If he's not on the Xbox, he probably will. Leah, good afternoon to you. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for joining us today. We found some hunting pants. 3 agility and 2 spirit. Not bad. I'm too far to run a dungeon, am I? I mean, to be fair, my Hearthstone is set in Orgrimmar. So, I mean, at some point we could run a dungeon. Also, what I want to do is, once I finish these quests, I'm gonna head back anyway, so I want to do these first. As soon as I get these quests done, all these level 14s, then I'm going to be heading back, because then I'm going to start in the Barrens. So then I'm going to hearth back to Orgrimmar, and that would be the perfect time to do a dungeon. Like, right now, I don't want to leave here in the middle of all this stuff. But soon, I'd be down for it soon. How long will it take me to finish these quests? If I actually focus on what I'm doing, I could be done with these in like 20 minutes. If I can't focus on what I'm doing for whatever reason, it could take me 30 or 40 minutes. Yeah, it could be anywhere from 20 to 40 minutes for me to finish these handful of quests. Not Baron's Peril, we're saving that one for later. And I guess some of that time depends on the drop rate. Because, you know, it's classic. So the drop rate could just hose me for a while. And we just have to take it. Gypsy Trousers of the Eagle, leather pants, 2 int, 2 stamina. Do bears have social aggro? I don't know if I've often seen 2 bears this close. Let's find out if they have social aggro. I don't think so. Hard to tell. They got pretty far away there at the end. So kind of hard to tell. I don't think they do. Hey CNET, have you done any questing out in Silverpine yet? If you haven't, you should do a little bit. There are a couple of elite quests where we can go into Pyrewood Village, which is like a little village full of elite worgen. And it would be cool to do that. That would be a cool thing for us to do. Because we could probably two-man it. I think you have to do like some of the questing before it unlocks. Yeah, there's not a lot of quests here, but it's worth it to come here and do all of them, basically. Like, between here and the... You want to bounce between here and the Barrens when you're questing. But yeah, there's elite quest here, so if you come to Silverpine, you do a bunch of stuff in Silverpine, you'll get a couple of elite quests to go into Pyrewood Village. And that'd be a cool thing for us to do. That's all. If you're interested, if you want to quest here. Obviously, you can quest wherever you want, or not at all. But just food for thought. Mr. Santa, have a good rest of your night. Take care. We'll see you next time. Alright, we need one more Dark Soul Shackle, so I need to be looking for the Dark Souls. A lot of Moon Rage Gluttons, not a lot of Dark Souls around. We might have to kill some of the Gluttons, because I'm sure they're sharing spawn points. Martin, have a good rest of your day, man. And thanks for being here. We'll see you next time. Alright, that's all the shackles we need. Let's go north and we'll go after the bears and the spiders. I think that people are just nicer, and people seem nicer in Classic in general. Because sometimes, like, being nice just means, like, taking a minute to type out a response. And since people who play Classic tend to be more patient and, like, take their time more with things, they tend to go through that, like, extra effort. Sometimes just a little bit more communication is the difference between, like, someone seeming kind and someone seeming rude, you know? And I think it's more, it's like a Classic thing. Then again, it could all be RNG, and that could be like confirmation bias. I don't know. Nice. Yeah, I think that kind of generosity is very common in Classic era. It happens in other versions of the game too, it just seems to be more prominent. Yeah, that's very nice. It doesn't happen in retail. Yeah, in retail you're not often like... Yeah, it probably does. I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know if it does or not. I don't know. That's a really cool sword though. With fiery weapon on it too? Oh man. That's gonna be super strong. Yeah, it's a blue that's at level with your character level, which means it's gonna feel incredibly powerful. Make sure you get that skill leveled up, buddy. What's your sword skill at out of? You maxed out? You gotta go do some skill ups. It's at 1. I knew it. You've been using axes the entire time, haven't you? Yeah, it's time to go skill that up. Thankfully, you're only level 15, so at this level, it'll only take you a few minutes to skill it up. Now, if you wait, and if you don't skill your weapon skills up as you go, eventually you'll be level 45. You'll get an awesome weapon in like ZF, and you'll have no skill, and then it's going to take you like 30 or 40 minutes to get it skilled up. So do it as you go. From someone who's played many warriors and often made mistakes, level up your weapon types as you go, as much as you can. Whenever you get a green like drop that it's not an upgrade but it's a different weapon type, equip it for a while just to get skill ups, and then sell it and then go back to your main weapon. You'll thank yourself later. Yeah, always keep greens that are not upgrades but are different types of weapons that you're not currently using. If you're using a two-hand sword and like a crappy two-hand axe drops, equip it for a while. You could drag both weapons out to your bar and you can switch back and forth. So if you're fighting with a weapon that you don't have a lot of skill in and the enemy's going to overpower you, just click your main weapon. That'll switch you back to your main weapon. You finish them off, you heal up, you click back to your level up weapon. And that's what I do. I would just click back and forth. So if I wasn't going to be able to kill the mob with the weapon that I had equipped, I would click back to my main weapon. Yeah, rogues are nice because rogues get dual wield so early that you can put different weapon types in different hands early on, and that's an easy way to get skill ups on 2 different weapon types at once. Yeah, there have definitely been times when I have neglected certain weapon types and then regretted it later. A lot of times it happens to me on warriors with polearms and staffs. Every once in a while a staff drops and you're like, oh man, that's actually a really good warrior staff. You know, when you're doing a two-hand build. But it's like, of course you don't level up your staffs. Like, why would you be doing that? Or like a really good polearm will drop and you're like, oh man, like I just haven't really had any polearms. I got no polearm skill. And those are the most common types that it happens to with me. Everything else is pretty easy to skill up as you go. Amar, I appreciate that, man. Thanks for being here today and for hanging out with the stream. We gotta keep our eyes open here. I know the son of Aragorn comes right into this area. I've seen him kill people right here in hardcore. So he could creep up on us from this direction, like, basically anytime he wants. If we're lucky, we'll see him coming. We'll be able to put a skull marker on his head to keep track of him. If we're not lucky, he'll just be right behind us suddenly and we'll be dead. Yeah, CNET, I don't think it could get any more different than retail PvP to, like, classic era. I don't think that's, like, as different as it gets. I'm glad that you're enjoying the vibe, because, yeah. I don't know much about the retail PvP scene, but I know enough to know it's nothing like classic. So, that's awesome. Awesome, that's the last bear heart that we need. Let's eat and drink. That was not the safest place to eat and drink. Okay, he doesn't care that we're hanging out here. I really am shocked that he didn't aggro us. But I'll take it. We do not have buffs, thank you. I thought about disabling guild invites, but then I decided I wanted to see how many times I can get invited to the same guild. So far, the count is 5. 5 times across a couple of days. The Flash! Yeah, it's the Flash. Is that the only guild on the server? It's the only one that tries to invite me. They try every day, and they've tried to invite me 5 different times. Yeah, it's like, part of me wants to turn off guild invites, but the other part of me just wants to see, like, how many times only one guild will try to invite me. Usually you get spammed by, like, some different guilds. So maybe there is only one guild, I don't know. And JP, you've accepted guild invites like that before, and then all you see are boosting ads in guild chat. That would suck. And yeah, in Classic Era, there's no reason to accept an invite. There's no guild perks, you know? Like, sometimes in Kata, I would accept a random invite to get the faster Hearthstone and the experience buff and all that stuff. But in Vanilla Era, I don't need to be in a random guild. What's the benefit of being in a random guild? Especially in a version of the game where you have the LFD tool that they put in. You don't really need to have a guild chat to look for people to do stuff. So it just seems kind of pointless. Shane, I'm not going to do that, but I like it. Yeah, I'm not going to have a guild, but I like that. It's a good one. And then the only people in the guild, only monks. It would have to be a guild of only monk characters. That would be the guild where everybody's monk alt would be in that guild. And then we'd have to do content like that to get guild achievements. Just entire monk groups. Which would work, because they can heal, they can tank, they can DPS. They all have to be pandas. That's going too far. Now you've gone too far. Yeah, they all have to be panda monks. That's too far. We have to draw the line at class restrictions. Oh, pandas only. Pandas only, please. Maybe we can do pandas only in all classes. But it's a dojo, so I like it being all monks. I'd rather have it be all monks of, like, all races than I would rather have it be, like, all pandas of all classes. Have I ever left a city, forgot to train, and I'm already capped out in the profession? Oh yeah, all the time. Yeah, I'm getting more paranoid about checking more often. Yeah, I'm constantly hitting the K button to check more often because, yeah, like, you know, I do that all. We're capped out on tailoring basically right now, but thankfully I was smart enough not to do any tailoring. Mm-hmm. Alright, there we go. 6 out of 6 skittering blood. Now we have to visit the dead fields. We have to entice Nightlash to reveal herself. And we're going to do that by killing a lot of gnolls. If we're lucky, there will be another player nearby. It always works better when there's a couple people killing gnolls. But we will see. Are gnolls humanoids? Yeah, they're humanoids. These ones are technically undead. But undead could also drop cloth. Yeah. Yeah, see, they're dropping linen. We got a tunic of the eagle, leather with int and stamina on it. The problem is, since they're undead, I can't sheep them. So, like, some of the bigger packs, I'm gonna have to leave alone. And no herb trainer in the crossroads. Welcome to Classic, buddy. Yeah, as you go, like, once you're out of the first hub, you're gonna do most of your crafting training in the major city. Like, you're gonna have to go back to Orgrimmar for most things. Like, most places are not gonna have the trainers that you need. Even if it makes sense for them to have a trainer that you might need, they're not gonna have it. You're gonna have to do all that stuff in a city. Tim, welcome to the stream, man. Thanks for being here today. Hope you're doing well. Alright, still no Nightlash. I don't know the exact number that we have to kill, but it sometimes takes a while. Oh god, I knew these patrollers were gonna get me in trouble. I knew it. I thought I was in the clear. Oh no, they're gonna cross heal. Oh, we don't have enough mana to deal with this. I think I'm gonna run. Yeah, we don't have the mana to deal with them, especially because they were all healers. I killed one of them. And we really don't have a good path of escape here. Oh, this might be rip. It might just be about finding a decent place to die at this point. Maybe we can freeze them all and like, oh god. Yeah, it's okay. We might be okay. Thanks to the Frost Nova, we might live. Well, that was just really bad. I got him in a spot that I thought he was clear of the other two, but it was the perfect spot to aggro both of them. Are they still on me? Oh my god, they hate me so much. Okay, now we're clear. Oh, you haven't seen Mitosh in a bit? People come and go. People come and go from the stream all the time. I'm sure he's fine doing his thing. People come and go, and not only that, some people have times when they're very active in chat, and then some people have times when they lurk. And yeah, I think that's completely natural. I never question when people just kind of vanish. You know, things happen. Sometimes you just can't be around, sometimes you got other stuff going on. And sometimes you are around but just don't want to be very active in chat. Oh, there she is. Alright, I'm just gonna have to pull her and hope for the best. Because we're not gonna have, like, a lot of opportunity here. I really didn't need to aggro all these guys. I'm gonna kill her and I'm gonna loot her. And then we're gonna run again. Alright, quest complete. We're gonna call that a victory. We're gonna head up here and turn in this breadcrumb. Is this Molten Core? Yes, it is. CNET, you think he's playing some Age of Conan? There you go. Right on. Yeah, he's probably taking a break before Mr. Pandaria comes out, if anything. Or contemplating if he even wants to play Mr. Pandaria, you know? Not Age of Conan, Ashes of Creation, the next WoW killer. Yes, it's the next one. You know, it would have to get out of alpha to ever think about killing anything. And it doesn't seem like it's ever going to. That's cool. That's cool. I mean, that's fine. Listen, if Ashes of Creation ever comes out to 1.0, I'll be shocked. I'll be really happy, but I'll be shocked. Tim, thank you so much for the $10 super chat. I really appreciate that. It's very kind of you. It's working today. Yeah, I think everything should be good. I haven't had any complaints about YouTube being silly today. We've seen many WoW killers since 2004. Exactly. Yeah. And I've seen like recent builds of Ashes of Creation. It's not going to be a WoW killer. I'll tell you that. If it ever comes out, it'll probably have an audience. but it's not going to kill anything. And that, you know, it'll hit 1.0 in 15 more years after it's gone through 6 more redesigns and changed engines 2 more times. I'm sure by then it'll be ready. By then the scope creep will be so great that they probably won't even understand what genre of game they're making anymore, as they just cram like more and more stuff into it. And 10 gifted memberships, Tim. That's a lot of support, man. Really appreciate you being here. Welcome to the 10 new people. Thank you all for hanging out with us today as we play some Anniversary Classic.
Speak quickly.
It's nice that everyone puts WoW on the leaderboard of what to beat. Yeah, it must be nice just to always be at the top, you know, and just be the thing that everything else has to, like, they have, if they don't kill it. I thought we were past that mentality with MMOs, that if an MMO didn't kill WoW, it had failed. Like, they let so many good MMOs die because it didn't kill WoW, so, like, it wasn't good enough. Like, so many MMOs that were actually pretty decent that could have got better over time, but since they didn't kill WoW, like, the developers and the publishers and the people who owned it, like, they didn't give it a chance. They didn't give it a chance, even though a lot of those games, like, had their own audiences. You know, stuff like WildStar. Stuff like, even to some extent, like Star Wars: The Old Republic is still around, but I mean, it's not the game it used to be. What else? What else was killed? Warhammer Online was actually a fun game when it came out. There was the old Conan MMO before the current Conan thing. Yeah, there've been a lot of games that, like, for some reason, if they didn't kill WoW, then they were termed a failure, which sucks. Guild Wars is still going strong. Yeah, Guild Wars has a player base. Now, some later games made it, like games like Guild Wars 2, games like ESO, Final Fantasy 14. Like, those games made it because that mentality of, like, we have to kill WoW, like, that mentality had diminished by that time. And that's why those games are still around. And they have their audiences. I'm looking for a named guy, right? Is that what I'm doing? Ivar the Foul. Yeah, we're looking for a named guy. I guess he's dead right now. Guild Wars 2 is pretty old, that's fair. But Guild Wars 2 had Guild Wars 1, so Guild Wars itself already had a player base. It was a sequel to a game that had already found success. So it makes sense that something like Guild Wars 2 with an established audience is going to succeed, or like WoW Killer 17 is not going to succeed, you know? Kind of the same thing with things like ESO, I guess. Like, Elder Scrolls has a huge player base, like a huge fan base, so of course they're going to find people to play Elder Scrolls Online. And then you could say the same thing about Final Fantasy. You know, Final Fantasy already has a huge fan base. They're always going to find people to play Final Fantasy 14. Alright, where is this guy? Maybe since this is respawning, maybe he'll respawn any second. Guild Wars 3 soon? Yeah, maybe. I guess. Is it going to be soon? I mean, it should be soon. Guild Wars 2 is pretty old. Maybe I have to kill like a certain amount of undead, then maybe he spawns. Oh, no, yeah, he's not here yet, so maybe that's what it is. Is that how he spawns? Do I have to kill like a bunch of these guys and then he comes out? Or is he just like an average name guy and I'm just waiting for him to respawn? Because I don't remember really ever having to wait for him this long. Just gonna kill things out here. And we should ding with like the next couple of kills. I love that at night we can see the sparklies of the Dalaran Dome from here. That's really cool. He may be behind the shed. Ah, I've never seen him behind the shed. He's typically in the barn. If I don't see him soon, I'll go back there and check, but I don't think so. There is level 17. Let's spend our talent point. We'll take the last point in Frostbite. After this, I think we're gonna go into improved Frost Nova. After this. Yeah, Shane, that's exactly how I feel. Yeah. Yeah, they kind of lost all their MMO elements a long time ago. There he is. He finally respawned. When A Realm Reborn first came out, it really felt like an MMORPG. You had to do side quests, you had like your hunt log you had to do, you had to level up your side classes to unlock like your main class if you wanted certain classes. You had to do guild levies. There was like a bunch of stuff you had to do in FF14 A Realm Reborn like 1.0. I leveled the White Mage back then and it was great. It was kind of a similar big long journey. You had to do a lot of stuff along the way and there was an MSQ. But what happens is once your MSQ is 350 hours long and it's mandatory, you can't ask players to do anything else while they level up. But the problem is that then your level up experience is just you flying around talking to NPCs and watching cutscenes and occasionally doing a dungeon, and suddenly you're not really playing a game until you're max level, except you're being forced to take 300 hours to level. It's in bad shape for like a new player gameplay experience. If you want a visual novel, it's great. It's long as hell, but it's great. But if you want to play a video game, good luck getting to max level. You might as well buy a boost, I guess. Buy a boost. And then you'll get to experience gameplay consistently. Alright, we got all that stuff done. Let's go ahead. Do we want to hearth back? No, because our Hearthstone's set in Orgrimmar. Let's not hearth back. CNET, I'm done here. I'm gonna go turn these in and then I'm gonna hearth back to Org. So if we want to do a dungeon run, anytime would be good. And if we don't get it together, that's fine. I'll be out in the Barrens. So either way, after this, I'll be pretty close to Orgrimmar. Oh yeah, if you do the boost, you're not going to know the story, obviously, but I don't know. It's just one of those games that's impenetrable. And I thought with the last expansion, I had some kind of misunderstanding. I thought they were going to do like a story reboot, like bring in different characters and like, I thought they were going to do like a story reset. So I was thinking like, hey, maybe this is the time to get into FF14. I can boost a character, I can get in on the new story arc. I don't have to worry about like all the stuff I missed between Shadowbringers and Endwalker. But no, they didn't do that. They just continued the story with the same damn characters. It's like, I don't want to play catch-up. I don't have any interest in playing catch-up, but I would be happy with like a fresh start where I can like get in on a new story arc and then like quickly get into the actual endgame content. That would probably be the only way I could play FF14 at this point, is if it was like a new story arc, new characters, 10 levels of leveling, and then we're into like some actual fun endgame stuff. And then I would check it out. Oh yeah, WoW retail is impenetrable too, but from a gameplay perspective, yeah. The Final Fantasy is impenetrable from like a time investment perspective. Like it's going to take X hours to watch every single cutscene, to click on every single NPC. It's like very impenetrable in terms of like how much time you're going to have to spend catching up, or how much you're going to miss if you choose to do a boost. Boost and miss the best part of the game? I mean, that depends on the person that you are. Some people don't care about story at all. Some people only care about fun gameplay. and like the setting and the vibe. Some people could care less about story, and then other people, all they care about is the story. So it really depends on the type of person you are. Oh, you know what I didn't do? I didn't come down here and do this one. I'm gonna run down and do border crossing really fast. It should only take me a minute. All I gotta do is run down here and loot a crate. But it's level 14, I want to get that done really fast. I didn't sell the greens. Yeah, I kept them. Just vendored the white stuff. Most of the white stuff. Looks like I missed one. He tried to care about the FF14 storytelling, but it was too drawn out. Yeah, that makes sense. Once something has gone for like, and I like commend them for telling a story across so many X-Packs with the same cast of characters and actually devoting themselves to developing those characters and giving them awesome story arcs. Like they basically put all of WoW writing and all of WoW storytelling to shame. But after that many expansions and that much story with the same characters, it's like it doesn't create an entry point for people coming in from outside of that. It becomes very inclusive to like just the people that are already playing, and it becomes impenetrable. And I'm like, is that worth it? At some point, don't you just start a new story with some different characters and then give them the same treatment? I don't know. We're looking for this crate. There we go. Maybe I just have to wait for Final Fantasy XIV Classic. Maybe that's what I'm waiting for. When they do Final Fantasy XIV Classic, I'll go back. Yeah, not having any alts is amazing. Like, Final Fantasy does a lot of things right. Like, and firstly, like, let me say, like, Final Fantasy, like, as a universe, as a, like, intellectual property, that was my first love. Final Fantasy 6 and 7 are what got me into playing RPGs at all. So I would love to have an actual Final Fantasy MMORPG that I could play. And it's just like, it's not in a state right now where I can. Which is sad. I want to play my Red Mage. But I can't. I can't because I don't have the time. I don't have the time or the attention span. And I also worry that right now, FF14, the endgame is probably very similar to WoW Retail's endgame. I feel like all of the endgames of all of the current modern MMOs are basically the same. Hey, we got invited to the Flash again. That's 3 times today. 3 times. 3 times is a charm, but not charming enough to make me click yes. Yeah, it stops you from having alts and like having different races and stuff. That's true. There's trade-offs to everything. I think it's really cool to have the option. Like, you can still have alts. If you want to level up a different character as a different class, you can. But I guess it's easier to level up different classes on the same character. Maybe. Because yeah, if you do a different character, then they also have to go through the entire story. They need to fix that problem. Having to go through the entire story. They need like a last time on Final Fantasy XIV. Let's just abbreviate the last 10 years of story.
What is it? Remember,
I'm sure there are some good YouTube videos that can get a person caught up completely.
what now? Darkly. And you are trust.
See, Nat, like everything in Classic, everything's taking me longer than I thought. Sorry. This is Classic, and like this is like what happens when I play it. Everything's gonna take longer than I thought. And I gotta go to Undercity. I got this level 12 quest I have to turn in, and if I don't get that done now, it's gonna go gray. I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna be very sad. So I gotta go and turn it in, and then I'll be able to hearth. Unless something else comes up that's low level, and then if that happens, then I'll have to take care of that too. But hopefully it's just this last level 12 quest I can turn in and be good. So yeah, I'm gonna go bio-inflate, so I'm not gonna do that later. That was the first Pyro at a Village quest. Get Berard's journal. That's a Baron's quest? Okay, it's cool that we got that now, because apparently that one goes to the Barons. And then I have to run back into Sylvanas' throne room and turn that one in, and then I should be ready to hearth out of here. One more stop, and then we'll be right in Orgrimmar, thankfully.
How will this benefit me?
Alright, let's make a bunch of water and then we'll hearth.
Glory to the whole.
What did this person just try to say in party chat? Can Strat please DJ because I don't have two hands? Is that what he said? Can Strat please DJ because I don't have two hands? You need two hands in order to DJ. And so if this guy doesn't have two hands, if he's only got like one hand or a hand and a half, he's probably not going to be able to DJ very much. If that's not what he said, then I don't know. And even if that is what he said, I also don't know. I don't know how that's pertinent to us. There you go. Can please start dungeon because don't have 2 hours. That's great. That is what he tried to say. That's good. It's good that he doesn't have 2 hours because it's not going to take 2 hours. So since it's not going to take 2 hours, he can just wait. He can wait. That got I couldn't figure it out, and I tried to figure it out before I made fun of it. I gave an honest effort in my head to figure it out first. It just didn't happen. Boom. There you go. Tit for tat. I appreciate it. Who else? Who else needs stuff? I can't be a good mage if we pull right away. I'm trying to be a good mage. I'm trying to do the only useful thing I can do is provide water for the group. Because I don't do a lot of damage. So when I don't get to provide water for the group, it's like I'm not helping out. Oh, Jesus. We talked about this like every time I log into this game for some reason, my details resets. And it's like, at first I thought, well, maybe I'm not logging out properly. Yeah, I am logging out properly. I log out properly every day. All right. I want DPS up here. Current segment. Overall segment. Okay. Now we're good. Shranko, you've been liking the one button rotation in retail? I've heard a lot of good things about it. Eventually they'll make it even easier than a one button rotation. You know, I feel like this is a good first step, but I do feel like they could probably take this like one step further. And like instead of a one button rotation, that you could just log into the game and it could be just a blank screen and it could be a button that says click here. And then you click it and it says you win! And then the credits roll and then the game uninstalls itself from your hard drive to save you the time. No, I jest. I'm sure it's a wonderful feature for people. It's probably a really good accessibility feature. I kid. I don't really care. Either way. I'll probably never get to experience it, so... That was really dumb of me. Let me just go back to wanding now. They deleted the leveling, they deleted the good story, and now they've deleted buttons. What are they going to delete next? Exactly. They're like, we could prune abilities and make classes simpler to play, or we just automate classes. I have a one button rotation right now. It's called wand. I wand, and then the next step is I never stop wanding. Yeah, warriors are always at the top of the charts in vanilla. If there's a warrior in the group in vanilla, they're gonna top the charts. All they have to do is like auto attack. Even if they just auto attack, they're still gonna out DPS everybody. And he's got a level 15 blue weapon with fiery weapon enchant on it. And he's level 15. So yeah, he's got an at level blue. And it has fiery weapon enchant. And so yeah. I'm actually sad to see that the hunter is up there on any poll. He should be putting the hunter to shame too. You know, there are some mobile MMOs, and like I don't know if it's like mostly Eastern MMOs, that there is an autoplay button. Yeah, the character will autoplay itself. It's like you can basically turn your character into a bot. And you can just let it go do its thing, which kind of makes sense for like a mobile game. But yeah, I mean, you have a one-button rotation. I mean, I don't see why... I guess the best way to defeat bots is to turn every character into a bot. If your character can just bot for you when you're not playing, then maybe that diminishes the actual bot population of, like, people selling gold and stuff. You just turn your character on bot mode, let them loose. Let them loose in the open world, let them go kill stuff and collect loot. Just bot it up. Maybe that's the future. A character that plays itself. It's like an auto-battler. Imagine like an auto-battler, but it's World of Warcraft. You know, you just log in and you just like let your character go. Maybe you steer them around, you know. Just turn the game into Vampire Survivors. And then if the game plays like Vampire Survivors, all I have to do is move my character around. I just move my character around and like my character does the rest. You know? A fiery weapon is lit. Yeah, man, you're having all kinds of fun on that warrior. It's making me wonder why I'm not playing a warrior too. Obviously, everybody should just play warrior. Why play any other class? Do we even need other classes in the game at this point? I don't know. I anticipate big warrior nerfs in Classic Plus. Yep. Big nerfs. Or they'll probably just buff everything else. No, I'm not gonna. I like my mage. Don't encourage an alcoholic. Don't do that. I like my mage. I'm sure down the road I probably will play a warrior. Eventually, in the fullness of time. It's hard to resist in Classic era. Eventually. I want to level the mage first. Kyle, good afternoon, buddy. Welcome to the stream. The sad thing is, this is really sad. Are you ready for it? When Burning Crusade comes out, Blood Elves can't be warriors. Blood Elves couldn't be warriors until Wrath of the Lich King. It was either Wrath or maybe it was Kata, actually. Yeah, no Blood Elf warriors in Burning Crusade. Yeah. The lore reason was that they were physically frail. They had like a really weak lore reason. And eventually, you know, people were not happy with that. So eventually they gave them warriors in either Wrath or Kata. But at TBC launch, you will not, unless they make changes with a capital C, you will not have Blood Elf warriors. It sucks. It sucks, yeah. It's not a good situation. To be honest, because obviously I would wait to level a warrior till I could do a Blood Elf warrior, obviously. But I can't. I won't be able to. So big bummer. We can cross our fingers and hope they'll make changes, but that probably won't be something they change. We'll see. They didn't change it for TBC Classic the first time around. I can't imagine they would change it for TBC Anniversary Classic. But a boy can dream. So yeah, it'll be Blood Elf Paladin. That's what we'll end up leveling for our first Blood Elf. It'll be Blood Elf Pally. Since we can't do Warrior. Seen it? I'm gonna hold you to that when I do my Warrior. That might not be for a long ways down the road, but now that you said that, I'm gonna hold you to it. Another green. This one is a green sword. Cursed Fellblade. Cool. Nobody needs that. I asked for that one. I asked for that. As soon as I opened up with Arcane Explosion, I asked for that one. RIP. Oh, but it was glorious. For a shining moment, we did AoE DPS, and then we burned out. But it was totally worth it. I don't have any regrets. See, I mean, if people really need or want a one-button rotation, there are plenty of classes in Classic Era that basically have a one-button rotation. Frost Mage, you just spam Frostbolt. It's really easy. Stamina Int. Maybe better than Stamina Spirit, but the one we have on is enchanted with mana +5. I don't know if that's a big deal. Let's roll on this. I think we rolled on it, we lost it, so there we go. Now we don't have to wonder if it's better or not. Have I ever done a hardcore run? Yeah, only probably like 1,000 hours of hardcore. We've done plenty of hardcore on the channel. I say, and the next question, how many 60s you got? We got to 47 twice, and I retired both those characters. Technically, they're still alive, but I'll probably never play them again. And for some, it's weird, for some reason for me, it's hard to succeed at hardcore and run a stream at the same time. It often gets me into trouble. Not that I would be much better at it if I weren't streaming, but it does tend to get me in trouble in hardcore. Six times today, guys. 6 times today. Oof. Maybe it's a good time to turn off guild invites. I think 6 invites from the same person to the same guild in one day is quite enough. Let's see. Let's search guild. Block guild invites. There we go. That'll do it. Yeah, they get us every time we log in, they get us, and then apparently they just try to get us multiple times throughout the day. Yeah, maybe it's a guild inviting robot. All it does is invite people to the guild. It's easier to loot stuff in Classic Era. When we're playing actual Classic Era, I will loot most things. When we're playing something that's super fast-paced, it's like I can't loot and keep up with the run, you know? But in Classic Era, I can typically get away with looting most things. As you can see, I still miss stuff, but, you know, we can grab it on the way back. And ultimately, I feel like I just care less about looting in other versions of the game. Yeah, that was a big pull, especially for vanilla. Yeah, holding aggro in vanilla is not as easy. Establishing aggro is not as easy, and holding it's not easy. Unless you can quickly spread around, like Sunders. If you can spread your Sunders quickly, then you're typically good, but if you end up not having enough rage to spread Sunder, then you're going to have trouble keeping aggro on multiple targets. You're gonna have to be in defensive stance a lot of yeah. You're you're not gonna be able to play the warrior tank exactly the same as the cata tank. It's gonna be different. It's gonna be different. You might eventually be doing the dreaded stance dancing. If you want to charge in, you'll have to eventually stance dance. Really only when you can get tactical mastery and retain some of your rage through the dancing of stances. But yeah, it's very different. Yeah, it's different for sure. Have I had a lot of people ask me for water? No. Nobody's asked me. I try to give it out at the beginning of the runs. This time I only had time to give it to one person. But last time we did a run, I gave it to everybody. But the other two people did not ask me, and we started pulling right away, so I just didn't have time to spread the water around the group. Yeah, but I try to come in prepared. I have a bunch of water in my bags if anybody were to ask. I'm not using that water because that water is kind of junk. But, you know, it's free, so... Drew, good afternoon, buddy. Are we having a good stream today? Since I stopped playing Kata and started playing Anniversary, we've been having a good stream. I did a little bit of Kata this morning, and I just wasn't having a fun time. I think I'm ready to just wait until the pre-patch comes out for MOP, and in the meantime, we will level Anniversary characters because it's more enjoyable. And I feel better about spending my time here. Yeah, with Kata, I think I'm just at a point where I have what I want. You know, I have my shaman. My shaman's going to be my main. There's not a need for me to spend a lot of time leveling characters right now. We're good for now, and I'll eventually finish the pally off, but I gotta spend my time where I feel like it's more useful to me and more enjoyable. We got everything right. We cleared every single mob. Is that what we just did? We killed every single mob in the entire dungeon? I like it. Yeah, that looks like that was a full clear. Very nice. Lots and lots of kill XP. That's awesome. Yeah, that guy was very intent on wanting to kill everything. And I am okay with that. Yeah, I mean, in vanilla era, it's worth it to do full clears, for sure. Especially with the time it takes to get everybody there, you know, getting everybody to the dungeon. It's like, we might as well kill every single thing that we can. It's worth it for the XP and the loot. So level-wise, that'll probably be our last Ragefire run. I think next time we do a dungeon, we'll do Wailing Caverns. Wailing Caverns, we probably want to be level 19 or level 20, I would say. What do you guys think, chat? Do you think level 19 or level 20 for tank and DPS for Wailing Caverns? I think we can do it at level 18. I worry that level 18 might be a little bit low. Yeah, 19 or 20. So yeah, so that would be next. You think, yeah, for tank, you maybe 20. Yeah, that's, and well, if he has really good gear, then he can do it. You know what I mean? If he got really good gear, then you can probably be level 18 or 19. But yeah, you have a good weapon, so that's awesome. That's gonna go a long way. Yeah, but we'll aim for 20. That should be like 19 or 20 should be good. Is there anything I need to do here? I need to level up my tailoring. My tailoring is almost capped out. Let's go ahead and take care of that. I think I need the expert tailor for this. Your melee swing was all your damage? Yeah, that makes sense. Alright, and what else can we do here? Let's make a bunch of these and see if we can get any skill ups. It's not looking good. Not looking good for skill ups. Maybe that's not the plan. Okay, if that's not the plan, then maybe this is the plan. Fine thread. Don't think we're gonna get a lot of skill ups off this. 4 skill ups, okay. I'll take 4 guaranteed skill ups over 8 maybe skill ups, because that did not seem like we were going to get a lot of skill ups out of that. And at least with these pants we can disenchant them. In fact, we should disenchant everything that we currently have that's green. Dustin, take care, man. Have a good rest of your day. We'll see you tomorrow. Alright, let's go ahead and we'll disenchant that stuff. But first, we'll equip some of it. Should be the only piece we need. Okay. Now we should be good. Alright, so now we're going to head out to the Barrens. And we're going to begin our questing for like the low-level stuff out in the Barrens. And we'll have to jump back over to Silverpine eventually. Once all of this stuff starts to go green, that'll be a good time for us to go back and basically finish up Silverpine. Thank you so much, I really appreciate that. It's very kind of you. Thank you. We have a lot of linen. I think at the end of the stream today, when I go to log off, I'm going to let this run. I don't know if it's best for me. I guess probably just make a bunch of linen bolts. I should probably do half bolts, and then maybe I should save some of it for first aid, since we're also going to need first aid on this character. I feel like that would be a good plan. Alright, up to the flight point we go. We do have the Crossroads flight point because we grabbed that when we went out to Thunderbluff. And I am gonna bio. I will be right back. Alright, let's go pick up every single quest. Except for, there's a timed quest. We want to make sure we don't grab that one. Although maybe that one is a follow-up to something else. This is a level 22 quest. I feel like we can probably ignore that one for now. If we don't, we might end up with a full quest log eventually. Cyberchild, YouTube failed to alert you when we started the second stream. YouTube is very rude, and YouTube doesn't seem to like me very much. I take it very personally, actually. Yeah, we played Kata for a bit, and I was just not having a good time. I was not having a good time, and I had lots of time left to play, so figured we would do something that I would actually enjoy for the second half of the afternoon.
Greetings, traveler.
CNET, I'm glad you're digging it, man. Classic is the best. If you're gonna roll two characters, you should definitely try a different class. I mean, if you haven't played Classic a lot, like Classic, you should try a bunch of different classes, because a lot of them are fun. And they're all very different than they were in SOD or in any other version of the game. Yeah, but Shaman is really interesting. Yeah, I'll probably start up a Tauren Warrior at some point. If I'm playing Horde side, it almost feels obligatory that I would eventually have a Tauren Warrior. Since I'm never going to be able to have a Blood Elf Warrior, I'll have to have a Tauren Warrior. And the cycle repeats itself. I made an Orc Warrior the other day and I ran him around, but the male orcs are so broad-shouldered to be as short as they are. It just looked really weird to me. Maybe I just wasn't used to it, but yeah, I ran around a male orc for a while and I was like, I don't know. I don't know. His back and shoulders filled up too much of my screen compared to his height. And after a while it just, maybe it's because of the hunched back, started to bother me. So yeah, I'll have to go Tauren, I think. I could do a female orc. I highly recommend Hunter and no Morlock. Yes. My two most favorite things. Hunters and gnomes. Everybody knows this. I like the Forsaken running animation. I ran a bunch of characters around and they were all bad. This is the best. The Forsaken, unfortunately, for better or worse, the Forsaken have the smoothest animations on the Horde side, and they have like the most polygons per square inch. And this was after experimenting with a bunch of different races and classes and watching the animations and running them around. The worst running animation, female troll. If you want to see a truly bad running animation, fire up a female troll and figure out if you don't get motion sick basically right away. It's by far the worst running animation in the entire game. Can gnomes be hunters? Not in Classic Era, they can't. In Classic Era, they're pretty limited. They only have 4 class options. We really need to find some more Striders. Maybe if I head north a little bit, we'll find some more. I like how the trolls look, I just don't like how they run. They just need to fix their running animation. It's too jittery. I guess jittery is the best word. Their running animation is too jittery. It reminds me of how the Blood Elf mounts, how the Chocobos run. It's like Chocobo running for a character. That's the best way I can explain it. we kind of we're kind of coming to the Barrens a little bit late. That last dungeon run really pushed us over the edge as far as being at level with the quest. We got 3 gray quests, and they all chain, so we kind of have to do them. I'm hoping that the follow-ups will all be green at least. I don't want to be working on too many gray quests, but we can't skip these. The janky wand animation was the female orc. Female orc has it's not even that it's janky, it's really that it's completely broken. It's just totally broken. Jank would be too kind a word for it, I think. Yeah, female troll running is janky. Orc female wand animation is broke. Or I could do a night elf female warrior. Don't threaten me with a good time. Yeah, I mean, that was one of the characters I made. I made a bunch of characters when I was trying to decide what I wanted to play on the stream. I made a bunch of characters, and that was a character that I actually scheduled the stream for the Night Elf Warrior. And then I took that down, and then I replaced it with this character because I wanted to play Horde side. I played so much Alliance side. I just don't know. I don't know how interesting an Alliance playthrough will be, because I've played so much Alliance recently. You know, maybe if I was playing both characters, you know, if we were doing some days on the Horde side, some days on the Alliance side, like then it could be okay to have another Alliance character. But at some point, it's like, okay, all I'm doing is playing Alliance. Yeah, I mean, the thing is this, like, all of the Alliance races are better. They all look better, they all have better animations. They're just better. But the Horde locations, like, the traveling is easier on the Horde side. Horde side has better flight points. Horde side has better dungeon access. So, like, aesthetically, the Alliance wins. But systematically, the Horde wins. They both win in different ways. Ask the community. I refuse. Every time I put out a poll, if I put out a poll with 2 choices, then it's split 50-50. No, I don't need it. I'll just think about it. I'm gonna play this character for a while. I'll probably focus this character for a while, and then if I want to do an alt, we'll see. We will see. We need to at least get tailoring up to where I can make 14 slot bags before I think about an alt. Especially if the alt's going to be on the Horde side. Do I have bag space? Yeah. I mean, yeah, I got some bag space. Why? It depends on what you got. You got a bunch of greens? If you got greens that I can DE, then I have bag space because I'll just DE them right now. Are we going to aggro this guy? That's a lot of training swords. Blacksmithing stuff. Yeah, let's DE them right now. I heard it's best to DE when you're standing out in a field full of aggressive mobs. I heard. Alright, I see where this is going. I feel like a disenchanting bot right about now. If I'm gonna D all this stuff, why don't you go kill a couple hunters for me? I need like 2 more hunters. Scratch that. Now I need a lot of stuff. I need hunters and I need everything. It doesn't matter. I have to kill a bunch of things. Oh boy. Alright, last batch for now, then mail the rest to me. Sadly, it doesn't seem like I continue to get skill ups when I disenchant stuff. I was hoping we would always get skill ups from disenchanting at level things, but it doesn't seem like that's going to be the case. I haven't got a skill up from disenchanting since like the very beginning of this process. So, yeah. CNET, you're crazy, man. You're crazy. That's it. That's all we need. Alright, so let's go turn these in, and let's hope that the follow-ups are not gray. Really, really hoping for the follow-ups to be green quests. And then we have to head out to Ratchet. We have 1 level 11 breadcrumb to turn in out that way. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yep, I can use all the patterns. This one I can't learn it till 95, but I will be able to learn it soon. Even if I don't need it, it's nice to collect as many patterns as possible. Just because. Do I need linen? Yeah, you can mail it to me. I'll need it for first aid. I might not need any more for tailoring, but yeah. I'll need a little bit for first aid. Alright, so the good news is the follow-up for that one is level 13, which is just barely green, so that works. And hopefully this one will also be level 13 at least. Yes. That one is actually level 14? Or level 15, okay. So this is the only one that's gray, and that's just a breadcrumb over to Ratchet. So let's make that run really fast. That way we've been to Ratchet, we can pick up the quests there. Actually, we can't really pick up any quests because we're full. I'm gonna drop this for now. I don't know or care about that at the moment. What else? Margaz, we never followed up on this one, and that's fine. We're not going to go back and do that now. Let's drop that one. And then I think that's really all we can drop. We could probably just drop Mancrick's wife and Consumed by Hatred. We're not going to work on those until much later. And right now they're just taking up space in our log that they don't need to be. Okay, there we go. That is going to work out much better for us. We don't have buffs. Oh, speaking of buffs, at some point we got the Rallying Cry of the Dragon Slayer buff. Not as good for us as it is for a melee, but we'll take it. Mantar, good evening, buddy. Welcome to the stream. Should you save me a plate? You have floor chickens? Well, yes. Yes. I'll be up soon. Thanks for letting me know. I was thinking you'd pick up a floor chicken. I'm glad my intuition was correct. Seen at the Aura still selling for 2 gold a stack. That's really good, man. That's crazy. I wonder if the Alliance side, if it's similar prices on the Alliance side. It's a Vampire Survivors reference. It's kind of like, it's like an inside joke, but ultimately it's a Vampire Survivors reference because all the chickens in Vampire Survivors are on the floor and they look like rotisserie chickens, so we just call rotisserie chickens floor chickens, which, you know, sounds disgusting, but it is what it is. Yeah, there was a time when we played a lot of Vampire Survivors. Alright, we're gonna have to be very picky about what we pick up here. Raptor horns, maybe? We're not really gonna work on any of this stuff right now, so maybe I don't pick up any of it. I think the only one that's worth picking up is Samaflange is level 14, so if we want to do that one, we have to do that like relatively soon. Let's go turn in the breadcrumb and yeah, we'll pick up Samaflange, that'll probably be it. Only 1.5 gold on the Alliance. I think on this server, there's less Horde. There's more Alliance. It's not twice as many, but it's substantial. For whatever reason, it doesn't seem like as many people in the EU play Horde side. That's like one thing I've noticed about server pops. Is that it just seems like more people play Alliance on the EU servers.
Talk to me. Right back.
What's up? Keep it real. Be good.
Yeah, I think that's the only quest I'm gonna grab right now. I feel like that's good. Guys, as you have heard, I have dinner waiting for me. Thank you all very much for hanging out. I appreciate those of you that were here for Cataclysm earlier and came back for Classic Era. Thank you guys so much. I have had a lot of fun this afternoon in Classic. We'll be back in Classic Era tomorrow. So yeah, if you're having a good time, leaving a like on the VOD really helps me out a lot. I appreciate those of you that do. Have a great rest of your afternoon or evening time, and as always, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and we will see you back here again very soon. Bye for now.